Imagine waking up each day feeling calm, energized, and filled with purpose and joy. Imagine feeling a sense of abundance in every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your career to your inner peace. This isn't just some distant dream, it's the reality that Stoicism offers. Now, open your eyes and bring that peace back to this moment. As you watch this video, I want you to visualize yourself peeling away the layers of stress, envy, and regret that stick to you like a heavy cloak. See yourself choosing the behaviors that fuel your inner fire instead of those that drain your energy and leave you feeling overwhelmed. Remember Epictetus's words, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Stoics believe that we are not victims of circumstance, but architects of our own reality. By choosing our thoughts and actions, we paint our own masterpiece, a life filled with tranquility, virtue, and the freedom to thrive, not just survive. So, let's start transforming now. Let's replace the bad habits that leave us feeling drained and defeated with the ones that ignite our inner spark and create a life nothing can break. Remember, the journey begins with a single step, but the destination is reached by many small ones. Before we begin, I want to ask you for one thing. Do not skip this video. Treat yourself differently and invest your attention in something that truly matters. Stay curious, stay open, and let's conquer those energy-draining behaviors head-on. Remember, the path to a life worth living extends with every step you take. Click subscribe to master the Stoic wisdom that guides you there. Now, let's embark on this transformative journey together. Let's uncover the 7 habits holding you back from serenity and reclaim your inner peace for good. 1. Dwelling on the past. We often overwhelm ourselves by thinking about the past, replaying mistakes and missed chances in our minds. This can feel like getting lost in a labyrinth of regrets and what-ifs instead of enjoying the present moment right in front of us. Dwelling on the past isn't just a harmless mental habit. It can be a relentless energy drain, robbing you of the focus and motivation needed to tackle present challenges and build the future you deserve. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with regrets, weighing you down and preventing you from reaching your full potential. Imagine a wise leader like a general in ancient times. During a battle, they wouldn't waste time dwelling on past defeats. Their focus would be sharp and clear on the challenges and opportunities at hand. Just like that leader, the Stoics taught that clinging to the past is pointless. It's like rereading a closed book, hoping for a different ending. True strength comes from living in the present, making thoughtful choices, and embracing each moment. But why do we get so caught up in the past? Maybe because we want to change things to make different choices. But the past is like spilled paint that cannot be unspilled. Instead, we can focus on the present, where we can still paint our own beautiful picture. The Stoics offer 3 simple tools to help us let go of the past and live in the present moment: perspective, acceptance, and focusing on the lessons we learned. Instead of seeing past mistakes as defining failures, we can shift our perspective and view them as stepping stones on our journey. A single misstep doesn't erase all the progress we've made. Just like a single bump on the road doesn't mean the destination is lost. We can see bumps in the road as lessons learned, each scar a testament to our resilience. Accepting what happened doesn't mean condoning it, but simply acknowledging it with a peaceful understanding. We don't need to fuel anxieties with what-ifs and should-haves. Instead, We should let them go because they have no power to influence the present. Holding on to what-ifs and should-haves only adds to our anxieties, serving no purpose for the present. Every experience, good or bad, holds a seed of growth. The Stoics encouraged reflecting on past events to find these seeds, using them to grow wiser and stronger. Instead of dwelling on regrets, we can extract valuable lessons to guide us with purpose in the present and future. Letting go of the past isn't simply about forgetting. It's about reclaiming your present. Imagine the baggage of regrets slipping off your shoulders, leaving you free to move with ease. You are no longer haunted by ghosts of the past, free to explore new possibilities with an open mind and heart. Your focus shifts from what if to what now, empowering you to paint your own vibrant picture on the canvas of the present. Remember, the present is where life unfolds, rich with potential and possibility. By letting go of the past, we open ourselves up to possibilities, hope, and a brighter future. So let's step away from the shadows of yesterday and embrace the sunshine of today. As Seneca wisely stated, "The past is gone, the future has not yet come, the present is all you have." This truth leads us to another obstacle on the path to inner peace. Prepare to meet another thief of Stoic serenity. Stay tuned. 2. Worrying about the future. Remember how we explored the past's relentless grip, stealing moments with its echoes of regrets and what-ifs? Well, worrying about the future is another thief, one that steals not just moments, but entire dreams. Let's reclaim both, shall we? And paint a present overflowing with vibrant joy? Picture this. We stand on a cliff edge, fixated on the abyss at our feet, rather than the breathtaking landscape just behind us. That's what worrying about the future feels like, a constant stare into the crystal ball, throwing a long, paralyzing shadow across our present. We expend precious energy obsessing over potential problems, rehearsing worst-case scenarios in our minds, never truly inhabiting the vibrant reality before us. For the Stoics, this anxious anticipation wasn't just unproductive. It was an insidious thief, draining our energy and destroying our ability to act in the present. But why do we get so caught up in these anxieties? Perhaps it's a misguided attempt to control the uncontrollable, an illusion of preparing for every eventuality. But the future, by its very nature, is uncertain. Holding on to imagined troubles only robs us of the power we have in the present, the power to make thoughtful choices, build resilience, and create a life overflowing with possibility. The Stoics offer a powerful antidote to this worry. Focus on your internal compass. This isn't about controlling everything around us, but recognizing the things we can actively shape: our thoughts, our actions, and our response to circumstances. Instead of fretting about potential storms, we can build a sturdy ship, learn to navigate, and trust our ability to ride any wave that comes our way. So how do we cultivate this inner compass and stop spinning in the future's whirlwind? The Stoics recommends 3 simple practices. Present moment awareness. Train your mind to be fully engaged in the here and now. Mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing can act as anchors, keeping you grounded in the present, where the only real power lies. Focus on action. Instead of getting lost in the labyrinth of potential problems, ask yourself, what can I do right now to move towards my goals? How can I build resilience against any potential obstacles? Focus on proactive steps, not anxious anticipation. Acceptance of uncertainty. Embrace the reality that the future is inherently unpredictable. Accept that some things lie beyond our control and channel your energy into what you can influence: your own thoughts, actions, and responses. Remember, worrying about the future doesn't change the outcome, but focusing on the present empowers you to shape your own destiny. So let go of the crystal ball, step back from the cliff edge, and turn your attention to the magnificent landscape in front of you. The present is where life unfolds, and the Stoics offer a map to navigate it with wisdom and grace. 3. Seeking external validation. Many of us find ourselves constantly reaching for approval, like thirsty travelers chasing mirages in the desert. Every like, comment, and fleeting glance becomes a shimmering oasis, offering a deceptive sip of validation. However, this dependence on external acceptance has a hidden cost. When we tie our self-worth to the opinions of others, we hand them the keys to our happiness. The specter of disapproval haunts us, driving us to contort ourselves into shapes dictated by others' desires. The present moment, raw and unscripted, becomes a constant reminder of our dependence, echoing the validation we crave. But there's another way. The Stoics offer a path to inner freedom. They encourage us to turn inward, to cultivate strength and character within. With every act of courage and every ounce of wisdom, we build our own oasis of self-acceptance, no longer reliant on the shifting sands of external approval. This self-reliance isn't about isolation. It's about building relationships from a place of strength, not need. When we stop begging for validation, we naturally attract others through authenticity and respect. Our connections become deeper, rooted in mutual understanding, and not just fleeting approval. It is time to silence the whispers of doubt, the echoes of not good enough that chase us through life. Instead, let's invest in ourselves, brick by brick. Each act of self-compassion, every embrace of the unfiltered present builds a foundation of strength from within. In this quiet garden of acceptance, true validation blossoms, nurtured by the soil of our own hearts. We discover that worth doesn't reside in fleeting applause, but in the quiet confidence that whispers, "I am enough." So take a deep breath. Plant the first seed of self-acceptance today. Notice a small act of kindness you did for yourself. Acknowledge your unique value. Let this video be the first step towards building your own inner oasis, where true validation blooms and whispers, "You are enough." 4. Reacting impulsively. We all know the feeling, a quick spark, a tempting whisper, and suddenly we're acting before thinking. Impulsivity, while exciting at times, can be a fickle friend, often leading us down paths of regret and unintended consequences. The Stoics offer a timeless answer to this impulsive storm: think before you act. They encourage us to pause, step back from the immediate fire, and engage in a reasoned dance with our actions. This doesn't mean becoming paralyzed by indecision. It's about injecting a mindful pause, a moment of intentional consideration. Before the impulsive wave overtakes you, ask yourself, does this decision align with my values, my goals, and my long-term vision? Is it driven by fleeting desire or a true need? Emotions, those loyal companions, can sometimes blur our judgment. But the Stoics didn't advocate hiding them away. Instead, they encouraged accepting them without letting them control our actions. Therefore, acknowledge your feelings and understand their power, but let reason be your compass. guiding you through the emotions to calmer waters. Remember, delayed gratification isn't a punishment, but a secret weapon. Resist the immediate allure of the second slice of cake and invest in your future health. A mindful no today can be the foundation for a resounding yes to your long-term well-being tomorrow. Finally, cultivate inner peace, the fertile ground for wise choices. Accept what you cannot control, focus on what you can, and embrace the present moment. In this calm awareness, impulsive whispers fade, replaced by the clear echo of reasoned action. Reacting impulsively is a deeply rooted habit, but like any habit, it can be unlearned. Remember, like any worthwhile journey, this requires dedication and self-discipline. With each mindful pause, intentional questions, and the wisdom of the Stoics as our guide, we can chart a course toward a life guided by reason, leaving impulsivity behind in the dust. Don't forget that the power to conquer impulsivity lies within each of us. Take the first step today. 5. Excessive pleasure seeking. Engaging in excessive pleasure seeking is a seductive whisper that often plays in the back of our minds, promising comfort, joy, and endless escape. Whether it's through unhealthy indulgence, the fleeting thrill of risky behaviors, or the constant pursuit of external stimulation, this seemingly harmless desire can morph into a relentless master, dictating our lives and leaving us perpetually unsatisfied. The Stoics saw right through this alluring fog. They weren't advocating for self-deprivation or abstinence. Rather, they emphasized the wisdom of balance, a life where pleasure enriches our journey, not consumes it. The Stoics valued balance in life, ensuring moments of pleasure didn't overshadow other important aspects like fulfilling work, meaningful connections, and personal growth. They believed in appreciating each element without letting anyone consume the whole. Excessive pleasure-seeking, though initially seductive, can become a deceptive trap. Like a flickering candle throwing dancing shadows, it offers fleeting highs followed by deeper lows, often breeding dissatisfaction and addiction. It can disrupt our inner peace, neglecting personal growth and meaningful connections in favor of the next quick fix. Remember, the most satisfying meals lose their flavor when consumed excessively, and the most thrilling adventures fade when chased incessantly. For the Stoics, true fulfillment lies not in the constant pursuit of external excitement, but in cultivating inner peace and enriching our lives with purpose and virtue. This doesn't mean denying ourselves genuine pleasure. Instead, it involves embracing moderation, appreciating simple joys, and finding meaning in pursuits that go beyond instant gratification. Savor a healthy meal with loved ones. Lose yourself in a book that sparks your mind, or find joy in contributing to something larger than yourself. These seemingly small choices, guided by mindfulness and purpose, offer lasting fulfillment, far exceeding the momentary satisfaction of unchecked indulgence. Living with balance and moderation doesn't mean a life empty of pleasure. It's a conscious choice to break free from the dependence on external triggers and cultivate a sense of inner sufficiency. Imagine the freedom that comes from enjoying a glass of wine without needing the bottle, pursuing a passionate hobby without neglecting responsibilities, or seeking intimacy within a loving relationship rather than fleeting encounters. This is the path the Stoics walked, and it's a path open to us all. It's a path that leads not to deprivation, but to a life rich with meaningful experiences, genuine connections, and lasting fulfillment. 6. Attaching to material possessions. The allure of material possessions is undeniable. We chase the promise of security, status, and happiness they seem to offer, filling our homes with objects and our minds with dreams of fulfillment. But the more we pursue them, the further true satisfaction seems to drift. The Stoics saw through this illusion. They recognized that genuine well-being doesn't reside in the quantity of our possessions, but in the strength of our minds and the quality of the life we live. To them, happiness wasn't a trophy earned through the accumulation of possessions, but a journey cultivated through inner peace and virtue. But what happens when we become attached to material things? Our happiness becomes tied to things like the stock market, unexpected losses, and the passing of time. Imagine losing your sense of security after a financial downturn, or feeling empty after a cherished possession breaks. The Stoics saw through this trap. They knew that true fulfillment comes not from temporary things, but from building within ourselves. They called for prioritizing a resilient spirit, unwavering principles, and genuine connections. These are the treasures that weather life's storms and bring us lasting satisfaction. As Seneca reminds us, possess nothing that can possess you. His words ring true. When we become enslaved by our possessions, they dictate our happiness, our fears, and our very identities. But it doesn't have to be like that. By mastering our desires and appreciating what truly matters, we break free from this suffocating grip and reclaim our power. Living with less doesn't mean self-denial. It's a conscious shift towards experiences over belongings, connecting over consuming. Rather than chasing the latest trends, let's prioritize shared meals with loved ones. Seek knowledge in timeless wisdom, not fleeting trends. Find purpose in contributing to a cause you believe in, instead of accumulating more trinkets. These mindful choices, fueled by detachment, pave the way for a life truly abundant, a richness of the soul, depth of connection, and inner peace that surpasses any material wealth. It's a life where external fluctuations hold less sway, and our happiness blooms from a wellspring within, nourished by virtue and purpose. Remember, the path to inner peace and lasting fulfillment starts with a single step. Challenge yourself to make one mindful choice today. Choose an experience over a new possession. Connect with a loved one instead of scrolling through social media, or donate an unused item to someone in need. Small action, fueled by intention, can lead to a profound transformation. 7. Complaining and victim mentality. The constant echo of dissatisfaction, the loop of complaints, real and imagined, these are the cornerstones of a life trapped in the victim mentality. We often tell sad stories about ourselves, holding on to resentments and blaming others for our problems. But while complaining might offer a toxic kind of satisfaction, it ultimately builds a prison of negativity, chipping away at our own happiness and well-being. The Stoics understood that focusing on circumstances beyond our control is futile. They guided us towards a more empowering approach, claiming ownership of our perspective and nurturing inner resilience. This doesn't mean undervaluing valid concerns or ignoring life's challenges. It means embracing difficulties with open eyes and open hearts, choosing to act, to learn, and to grow. Complaining is easy, but it requires no effort and no courage. The true mark of strength lies in responding proactively, in shaping our own journeys with resilience and purpose. Imagine two individuals facing this same setback. One fixates on blame, replaying the injustice, spiraling into negativity. The other, while acknowledging the setback, chooses to learn from it, focusing on what they can control, their reaction and their next steps. Can you see the difference in their trajectories? Breaking free from the victim mentality is not about blind optimism, but a conscious choice that recognizes our inner world as the fertile ground where happiness or pain takes root. It's about nurturing that ground with mindfulness, responsibility, and the unshakable belief that we, not external forces, hold control of our own well-being. So the next time the urge to complain arises, pause. Ask yourself, am I choosing to be a victim of circumstance, or can I rise above this and find a path forward? Choose growth over complaining, action over apathy. You'll be surprised at the strength and resilience you discover within, and the life you build step by step will be far richer than any built on the foundations of the complaint. Remember, the power to shape your journey lies within. Leave the victim mentality behind. Step into the arena of resilience. This is your story. Write it with courage, not complaint. In conclusion, Stoicism offers a guiding light through the shadows of unhelpful habits and behaviors that can hold us back. By embracing its key principles, simplicity, self-reliance, and mindfulness, we build a life grounded in wisdom, tranquility, and virtue. Remember, progress doesn't demand immediate perfection. It's about making consistent, intentional choices toward a more fulfilling future. As Epictetus wisely said, progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. As I continue my own journey with Stoicism, I realize the greatest joy lies in sharing it with others. Thank you for being part of this community. Let's build a life of wisdom and virtue together, one mindful step at a time. So, let's take the first step today. Identify one energy-draining habit you want to release. Equip yourself with Stoic tools like mindfulness and introspection, and watch your life transform, one step at a time. Leave a comment below with the one habit you're ready to release, and let's support each other on this journey. Remember, you're not alone on this path. Leave a comment, share your experiences, and let's build a community of support. Show your appreciation for this message, and join the journey by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel for more Stoic wisdom. And for those who crave even more, check out these 2 videos below, packed with practical Stoic tools to build your inner fortress of peace and virtue. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoicism. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharing your wisdom with the world. Until next time.